Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got a classic Ashe LeBlanc, but we have the new Yadolski Snowdog as one of our new additions that kind of made this deck interesting to try again. I'm always going to be happy to play this deck, but the fact that it has a new card gives me a good excuse to make another video on it. And there are a few differences in this deck list compared to what I would usually run, so I figured we'd give it a try. I played, I think, 7 games of this last night, and I didn't have a ton of success. So I kind of just took a reset. I didn't like grind all night trying to get to Diamond. I figured we'd just come back for the stream today to try to hit Diamond. And overall, the deck still feels good. I just didn't quite find the success. I think I probably made quite a few misplays. So playing just a little bit tighter today, I think it could be possible to get more successful results. I'm a little worried that there's going to be a ton of decks that just don't match up well for us though. Last night I ran into multiple games of Annie Jin and it felt brutal. I lost on turn 5 twice to Annie Jin out of those 7 games. And I think a lot of high ranked players have been playing Set Seraphine, another deck I wanted to try out later tonight. And that one sometimes could be pretty tough for our deck as well. So I'm excited to see how we do. Some of the different cards in this deck, the main feature is Yadolski Snowdog. Not only is he incredibly adorable, he's incredibly overpowered. This little dude, it's almost game over if you hit turn 1 Omenhawk into turn 2 Yadolski Snowdog buffed like a 3-4. Crazy, crazy, crazy card. I'm a big fan of this Ashe LeBlanc package that runs a ton of the cheap Freljord interaction like Brittle Steel and Elixir of Iron. I was playing Mordekaiser LeBlanc and I just didn't feel like it had quite the same punch as Ashe LeBlanc. Ashe LeBlanc, all your units are very cheap that can push so much damage while still leaving up your important interaction spells. At the top end, some other interesting ones. We are only running 1 copy of Incisive Tactician, and I think that's largely because you only really need to find one to win the game, and you just don't want to be drawing too many other ones. We're also running 3 copies of Glacial Saurian. I think this is a good addition. Sometimes decks like this can run out of gas if you don't hit a big Trifarian Assessor. So this also draws you a unit, and it's just a nice overwhelm unit that many of your other units lack. We also have Combat Cook. Again, this is kind of just a chunky unit, but the equipment can be nice to re-equip onto another unit, like your Glory Seeker to give it quick attack, or if you have another, Yadolski Snowdog that might be attacking into a weaker board. So overall, I think it's just a very lean, efficient deck that can pack a punch in the early game, but has a few weaknesses. So I don't know. It's one of like my Zen decks. Like if I'm ever just in the mood of like I'm stressed about trying to climb and hit high masters again, I can just like take a step back, play some LeBlanc Ashe. It's a fun deck. There are lots of choices to make, but like it's not mind numbing. I don't know. I really love it. I think I mentioned yesterday, I've been on a reading binge and I really want to start getting into the classics. So this past week, I bought a whole bunch of decks and my copy of Dante's Divine Comedy just arrived. And we just wanted to mention that. I don't have any other comment, that's it. I just thought I'd mention it because it's cool. It's a very nice book too, like the actual paper and cover. Omenhawk turn 1. I love you so much. Absolutely saving our butts here. This would be so brutal if we had to take this and we didn't have another unit until turn 3. I love Morgana, man. I really want to try more Morgana decks. I'm a little scared just because I don't have any faith in my own play at the moment to play good or difficult decks well. So like I see Majin Bay playing like Morgana Seraphine, and I'm like, I want to play that so bad. I just don't know if I'd be any good for it. What was I did play Riven Morgana. That was a lot of fun. Well, I'm not gonna play LeBlanc here. I think I'll just pass. I'll see if they want to do something. They're just taking the damage. Okay. I'll pass. I'll keep up all my interaction. I think it'll be more useful in the future. Now we can try to really eat up their board if we want. Okay. I think this is always an Ashe develop. She's so buffy. We don't keep up any of our interaction. But what do they have like Morgana maybe? Oh, turn 5. Okay. I don't know. I thought she was 4. I don't know what they could have here other than like maybe a Solar Sunhawk they could run, but I don't think there's any way for them to kill our unit off the top of my head from when I played Riven Morgana. Let's see here. Yeah, like that's That's fine. I think I'm still just going to offer this trade here. So I don't have to waste a freeze protecting my LeBlanc next turn. On a weak unit, I could use my blockers on more important units. Okay, let's see. The primary deck list runs Dark Binding as a stun, Moonlight Affliction as a silence. I haven't actually seen anybody play Red Barbed Razor Mace yet. I'd like to just... Okay, yeah, this is literally the card. I haven't seen this one yet. This is on Nexus Strike, though. So this is a little awkward, since we don't have any good freezes for this target. It's actually kind of annoying for us. That's a lot of mana. But, like, next turn, if we untap with 6 mana, we'd have to play 2 for the Shackles, 3 to get rid of the Ichor. They could also just run Might. Like, if they run Might, I think I'll take Combat Cook here. Hope they have no more stuns. No, that was about the perfect equipment we could hit. If they have a stun here, I'll probably just throw LeBlanc in front of the... Oof, okay. That's a lot of damage. Can I really do much about this? For 2 mana, their deck list usually runs the Shield Vault and Tellstones for 2 mana or cheaper. So I can just go here and hopefully keep my guy alive and stop them from getting the Ichor trigger. That's pretty big. That turn went very well for us. I'm pretty sure Sunny, maybe it's Sunny, maybe it's just the LOR community in general, doesn't like LeBlanc. Like, they think the whole lore doesn't really match up with her gameplay mechanics. I don't know why, but I really like her. I think her level up animation is very underrated. Not like, you know, the actual integrity and quality of the game is all that great, but I love her theme, the aesthetic, and like, I don't know. I feel like she's cool. Maybe not as good as she could be, but I have a decent attack here. I think I'm gonna take this attack. And I don't mind using one of my Brittle Steels here. I don't know how many more units they're going to have that we need to use Brittle Steel on once we start getting some of our bigger units down. That was one thing I forgot to mention. Some of the other units we're not running in our main deck. We're not running Everos and Hearthguard, and we're not running Rime Tusk Shaman. Is it Rime Tusk Shaman? I don't know why. It's one of my favorite cards. It is Rime Tusk Shaman. It's Rime. I always forget the name, though. Okay, I will use a Brittle Steel here. It gets our Ashe leveled closer to leveling up. And obviously it protects our dude here, which is kind of important to a certain extent. This is a lot of mana. They could have Might. That's one thing we need to worry about. Might, Moonlight Affliction, Shield Vaults, Enraged Fire Spitter even. They have actually like a lot of good plays here. I'm not feeling confident. I could let this go, but I think... Oh, this is awkward. We can't actually protect Ashe at all. So I can't actually just let this go so we get the equipment in hand. Now our Ashe is safe. And we can, yeah, just let LeBlanc go. Okay. Tough or an extra damage? I think I'd rather just make sure my guy can block. We're eventually going to win out on board, I think. We just need to keep our units alive. Now I could mirror image Ashe. I just want to see... pretty good.
Show me a target.
Do I care if they take this block and chump block elsewhere?
Approach, savage.
Okay, now we got a rally and a copy.
To serve the greater good.
But at this point, we get the rally on play, or on the summon. So even if they have stuns here, we still get to copy another rally.
You cannot break a
That's pretty good.
soul. Are you prepared? Into the dark.
Ooh, okay. We should be able to get them then because of this. Mirror image. See, man, this is a decent card. Obviously, you have to synergize it, but that felt pretty good. I was a little worried early on, but I think, like, honestly, that Omen Hawk killing Legion Saboteur turn 1. I'm telling you guys, that makes a difference.
Now we rebuild.
Okay. I really want to see... Let's see, where is the Ashe skin? So Coven Ashe card back here. I also haven't seen anybody play this card. This seems like a really good card. I only saw Majin Base one video, but I hadn't actually run into it in game yet. This card, I really want to mess with Empyrean Dance. Wow, this is way further down than I thought. Mihira is a super cool card, by the way. Maybe it's a store item. Maybe it's not in the Battle Pass? Oh, I guess not. This one? Was there no Coven Ashe skin, or is that an older one? Am I just, like, losing my mind? I could have sworn there was an Ashe skin. Hold on. No, there is. I own it! Look at that, guys. I didn't even know. Is that one of the first? Sorry, I don't mean to be silly and like... Oh, it is the first one. Wow, okay. I didn't even know. I would have... Okay, anyways. That's what I get for not memorizing the Battle Pass, I suppose. Usually I buy them when I can, just for the sake of like supporting the game and like making sure Riot knows, hey, there are people who like this game and are willing to buy cool aesthetics. But I never ever check the Battle Pass because I don't need the shards for anything. And so like unless there's specifically like a skin like that really sticks out, I almost kind of just like buy it and forget about it. I literally don't buy aesthetics for like any game though, except for Legends of Runeterra and League of Legends. I just don't play any other games anymore. All my other purchases are books, Magic the Gathering cards, and sports jerseys. Not even the actual jerseys, just like the $20 t-shirt versions, and only like a few sweatshirts here and there. Yeah, this sucks. Our deck feels so much better when we have an Omen Hawk or a Yudolski Snowdog early on. Like this, could you imagine if we had a Yudolski Snowdog here? That'd have been so insane. We would have had up a Brittle Steel or an Elixir of Iron. Our opponent would have been done for. Instead, now we're kind of like,
Time to make an appearance.
I don't know, floating through the abyss, hoping to get to turn 6 or so. We're taking so much damage already. I don't think we're ever racing them down. I think they're always going to be able to... I'm going to play Combat Cook because it has a better chance of blocking Gwen. Although, not even Gwen maybe, but just getting to 4 HP rather than 3. So now if they attack with Zed, I can still Brittle Steel him. Maybe buff up LeBlanc over here. Ooh, Gwen's only at 4. They could have Mark of the Isles. That's a gamble I'm going to take. I need to kill these guys much more than I need to kill these guys. Gosh, we're taking so much damage, aren't we? This feels awful, but...
Wasted effort.
We're not winning if we don't keep our units alive like this. Because if this resolves, at least, we get to the point when... If they have, like, the ephemeral Dragonling attack, we can at least brittle steel one of those guys. And now we're pumping out so much of our own damage. And they don't have a permanent board presence besides this little dude who can kind of just die whenever. I think we're looking okay. I don't know what their top end runs anymore, though. I haven't played against it this season too much. So I don't know if it's like a... Oh, what is this? Oh, Stalking Shadows. Yeah, so Stalking Shadows, Dragon Ambush are the only really impactful spells they have. They could have Hate Spike. Okay. That's fine. Actually.
Swiftly now. Smoke and mirrors.
This could leave our Ashe in Hate Spike range even if we level her up, so I think that was a smart block by our opponent to take the extra 1 damage. We could win if we find the rally. Ooh, that's really good too. That's exceptional. Draw 3. Keep up 1, 2 pieces of interaction plus Sky Splitter. Perfect. Okay. This looks good. I think our opponent's going to have a hard time killing us here. Unless they have specifically, like, Zed plus Ghost. But even then, we'd have Brittle Steel available.
So immense a soul.
She's going to be pushing 7. I don't think we care. We just chump block. I could go Owen Hawk and keep up. So chump block Gwen, block here. Ping Brittle Steel.
I'm not getting any younger.
Ping Brittle Steel. Okay, sure. I think that seems fine.
Show them the way.
I don't want to have to throw away my big damage unit if I don't have to. And then now we just have to find out a way to open attack next turn for lethal. Before they can play the Dragonling attack. So block. 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 Ping. Brittle Steel.
Lead the target. You are paying my game.
I think I'm going to use my mirror image right now on Trifarian Assessor because we're always open attacking anyway, right? And I don't want to take action next turn to give them the chance to play the Dragonling attack. Dragon Ambush. And so yeah, I just need to draw my spells. Perfect.
Guide our allies, my friend.
So we have a Flash Freeze. I don't think that would matter too much here. Perfect. All right. That's always a fun little matchup.
The war is over.
Does anybody remember Red Gwen? Those were the days. I loved that deck. Did you guys ever... I mean, honestly, I don't know how long ago when I did that, but I used to do a few blog posts on Substack about some of the decks I was playing when I was first getting to Masters and everything. If you guys enjoyed that, I think that'd be fun. I always really, I love writing. I'm such a sucker for word crafts and things like that. Not orally, as you guys, I'm sure if you listen to me enough, I bumble over my words all the time when I'm speaking. But I love writing. And so even if only like one person reads it, I always thought it was fun to write about different decks. Okay, Omen Hawk, double Omen Hawk. Let's see if we can hit Yudelsky Snowdog on turn 2. We haven't even drawn him yet. I'm a little surprised. Which got me thinking, you know, I was playing Nora Elder Dragon yesterday, the Nora Teemo version. The first 4 games I played, I believe, I was playing the Nora Teemo version. I didn't draw my Zolani once. I had 3 copies of Zolani, and there was something else. What was it? There was some other card in that deck. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's bugging me now. I don't think I'm going to take this attack. None of our units are that. Okay.
Remember me.
I still think Zonehawk probably just blocks some more down the line rather than trading here. Sign-in. No, I drew him. What was it? I didn't. Maybe. Oh, maybe it was just. I didn't draw any of my 3 copies of Zolani. This is so nice. But this is what I mean. Yudelsky Snowdog is so much better in this matchup than my Trifarian Glory Seeker is. I'm a little surprised they took that attack, but I don't think it's like the most consequential. Yeah, I'll play the Buffy one.
Will unite the Freljord.
Elder Dragon Nora. This is the Broadmain deck, isn't it? So what could they do here?
Fine by me.
They have Drop the Bomb
As the arrow
and Broadmain. I have to attack at some point, right? Like, I'm never winning this game by not attacking and putting my Ashe in danger anyway. So I'm going to have to expose her to Lord Broadmain at some point. But at least right now the only answer they have is Broadmain. Like, their damage spells don't do it. Wow, that sucks! That gets rid of the reputation trigger so they won't draw on summon, like for themselves. Oh, hey, what's up, Canadian? Yeah, it's Coven Ashe, isn't that cool? I am just gonna draw 2 here.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Wow, passing with all that mana? If I develop and they have Lord Broadmain, they kill our Ashe because I go... They play Broadmain for 6. I respond with Bloody Business. They have any other ping. I think it's best to just attack here first.
Stand together.
Maybe I need to get greedier here, but I don't think there's a way for me to beat Broadmain in that situation.
We are all seeking an end to war, friends.
So I'll start with the Bloody Business. If they have a ping, they still kill our Ashe. But we get rid of Broadmain. We still can develop elsewhere. That's a little bit worse for us. Well, now what do I do? I think I'm going to play LeBlanc.
Forgets, but the Black Rose remembers.
Next turn, if they take an action to use Perilous Pastry, at least I get to respond with Trifarian Assessor to draw one. But this feels bad. Broadmane's one of the absolute worst cards for our deck. And that Bloody Business not resolving is probably going to hurt us. All our pump spells just don't do anything if this guy's still on the board. That's not the worst thing in the world here. I think I'm just going to draw. Because I'm going to be using Flash Freeze this turn anyway.
Only the finest serve.
And I don't mind this being a chump blocker if I can. Okay. I'm going to take the extra damage and just stop them from getting a portal. Ugh, this is not nice. I don't appreciate this one bit. If I play Ashe, they could just pretty much they're almost certainly going to kill both of our champions. And again, I can't do much about it. I could have played Elixir of Iron last turn to heal up LeBlanc that 1 HP. Maybe that was worth it. I could play Ashe, but she's just gonna get stonewalled by all their chump blockers for however long. Am I winning if I ever open attack here, though? Like, what are we trying to accomplish? LeBlanc's not close enough to level to try to create a copy of Assessor to draw some more. I'm just going to play Ashe. If they spend resources killing her, I can try to just play my second Ashe. But she can't even attack. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I feel like we're in a losing position. I think this game's over. I don't know if there's much we could have done there. Because this is just going to freeze here. Then I could respond with a freeze on Broadmane if they block, if they want to offer that block. I don't think they will. We're not even pushing enough damage to really scare them. I don't want to put the damage on Ashe. The only way we're winning is if we get to our next attack turn. Which I don't know if that's very likely at this point. It just depends on what else is in their hand, but... I mean, like, they might not kill us next turn, on turn 9 here. But at least they'll be able to kill all our stuff. This Sword Broadmane's really been good. Okay, I mean, I might as well keep my chump blocker alive at this point. I still need my Flash Freeze for Plaza Guardian next turn, probably. And with Broadmane on board, the Elixir of Iron isn't really going to protect our champions too much. This is one reason to not play Ashe LeBlanc. If this matchup's as bad as this currently feels, I think this deck's very, very popular at the moment. It might not be very productive to run out Ashe LeBlanc. This deck just has like everything that our deck does not want to run into. Early pings to kill stuff like our Glory Seeker, Broadmane, portals for chump blockers. They just used a wallop on my Omen Hawk. That doesn't really feel great for them. Okay. I'll just pass here. Hope they hit the portal off the top and then it's weak so it gets frozen by a crystal arrow. Because right now, if crystal arrow can freeze... That's a little frustrating. I wanted that. That's the first time I've seen early bird played as well. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay, this one's over. That game was probably over a long time ago. It just took a while for them to like close it out.
Not a lost war.
Yeah, that Nora Elder Dragon deck is really cool. That's probably my favorite so far, in terms of, like, for this expansion, decks I've found that I enjoyed and had success with. Like, I really enjoyed Riven Morgana as well, but I wasn't quite as good on that. Demacia. Okay, so this is the tricky one. This whole hand actually looks really good. Because they don't have any 1-mana pings. They could use like a Hate Spike or something. But like they don't have a Pokestick. I'm not a Pokestick, like a Pytoss. This could threaten Morgana later on, which is pretty good. And cheap interaction. I think I'll keep this. Like I'll go turn 2, turn 3. And then by turn 4 I could develop Glory Seeker plus another 2-drop. If we don't find Ashe by then. Okay. Come on, Snowdog. Get in there, boy. Nice. Game over. Oh, wow. I love Elixir of Iron, like being able to counteract a Hate Spike here. Oh, well, it cannot protect against that. That's very aggressive, though. Ooh. Scout's interesting. Overwhelm to become a 5/3. 5/3 Overwhelm. 4/4 Scout. I want to take a gamble. Ah, shoot. I'll take the scout attack. If they trade, I get the free attack with Snowdog. And I can give my scout to something else.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
I'm going to leave out my interaction here. I don't need to develop another Glory Seeker. Nice. Okay, well, I'll play this one first.
Sharpen the blades.
I'll see what they do. If we drew like an Assessor soon, that'd be pretty good. If they play Morgana here, we'll still have 2 other Glory Seekers.
Every maid must face their crimes.
I need just a moment.
I think I'm going to go here. And try to kill this guy first.
Glory. Face me.
Because I can't Hate Spike to kill her preemptively. So I'd still get to trade with this guy. At least we're killing some of the Inquisitors before they can duplicate it with Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser might be a problem for us. It's hard for us to get to 8 attack, 8 power. That's totally fine with me. Like, if they're gonna kill one of our Glory Seekers this turn. Do I want to kill this? Or do I just want to push the damage? Morgana getting to 5 HP isn't a big break point for us, so... Right now we really need to draw something, though. Nice! Wow, it's so good. Look at this! This is insane. Snowdog's absolutely carrying. Okay. Oh, well, if I'd killed... I could have thought of that. If I'd killed the Husk, I could have stopped the Ironhound. Brittle Steel's really nice against this guy, though. Ashe off the top. Hmm.
For glory, you're mine. I'll show you how it's done. Face me.
I think I'll start with this. I have so many spells in my hand. If they want to start using hate spikes and stuff, I'm pretty happy to use like one of my 3 Sky Splitters or an Elixir of Iron. I'm not going to use my 1 Bloody Business here on that to stop the card draw. I have a unit that can challenge Mordekaiser. Does it accomplish much here to do like this?
For glory, face me. Watch, learn.
I'll see what they do. Another Assessor would be kind of tough. We'd almost be overdrawing because it would draw us 3 next turn because it'll be so big from the Snowdog. We'd have to like be really careful with our hand management here. Nice, that's actually pretty good. Woof. Not the most impactful job, but still pretty cool.
I have found such beauty in mortality.
Oh, that's a little troublesome.
Leave me no other choice.
They don't have Vengeance available. I don't even know if their deck runs Vengeance. We might just be able to kill them on the open attack. Alright, GG. I'm finding a lot more success with this deck today than I was last night. At least it feels like it. The wins feel much more convincing. Maybe more satisfying. Maybe they're not more dominant. Wait, what on earth is this? I think I'm just gonna mulligan everything except the Owen Hawk. I don't really love the other cards. Like, these guys are good, but only if we already have the requisite setup. This is one of my problems with playing decks like this, of why sometimes I feel like it's not very good. Our hands just brick so bad sometimes. Whereas usually like Seraphine decks or control decks like PNZ, Annie, Conservatory, you usually at least have a sense of... You always have options, like you can always at least time trick early on, or, you know, find ways to use your spells to generate other value. Whereas here, it's just like, if you don't draw the right units, like, you're just not doing anything.
Places to go, people to be.
I'd really prefer this to be an Elixir of Iron in this instance to stop a hate spike. But at least for representing Sky Splitter, they probably at least have to take that into consideration. Of like, oh, why didn't they play anything on turn 2?
Pride filled us forever.
Refreshment.
Ah, man. Like, this would be so good if we at least had a brittle, you know, like a Elixir of Iron or Sky Splitter, but just didn't have our right cards. Unfortunate. So that sets us really far back. Yeah, we're taking so much damage, like we can't even chump block. This feels like a little bit of an unfortunate loss.
Fighting food and cooking evil. Switch those.
We can still come back. We have enough cheap interaction. What? That shouldn't actually matter too much, but that's a cool card. I hadn't seen that one yet. I like that. Is that even from this expansion? Or is that from the last one? Oh, shoot. That's so cool. I actually... Getting double threshold, that's only 4 mana of landmarks. To really, really, like, stifle my attacks. And, like, draw 4 when you play a Nasus or something. That's really cool. I actually really like that. That card's kind of busted, by the way. Yeah, I had not even seen that before. I could develop and just not attack with this guy this turn. Because, like, we're not doing much of anything. Like, this guy, it's not even that he's immobile. So he can still chump block if we get desperate. Like, he won't be able to block the fearsomeness. This is such a cool deck. I'm so impressed. All these like, little fearsome guys combining with the curses. I'm very impressed. I'm a little worried about running into another curse here. But I don't know what we get punished by here. I think this is probably my last turn to really develop a Saurian attack. I might need the mana soon to actually kill stuff. So rather than just attacking with this guy, I can at least try to get more of a board presence on board for the future.
An age of torment is nigh.
Man. This deck is really cool. The fact that this got elusive is actually very annoying too. Because we're already down to one fearsome blocker. Man, their deck just went together so well. I feel, but we probably could have managed things better, but I'm very impressed. This is like kind of expensive too. Like 4 mana at this point in the game is a little annoying. Holy smokes. I'm blown away. They destroyed us. Wow. I can get one fearsome blocker, chump block here. And use Bloody Business. So I'd be going block here, strike here, take 3. That's fine. Okay. I could also just use a freeze. Yeah, hold on. I have a brittle steel. I might just do this. Freeze here. And then I can kill over here if they attack. If they go here. Because yeah, okay. I think this is fine. I'm taking this 3 damage either way, unless I decide to use a bloody business on it, which I don't want to right now. This lets me save more units, even if I don't kill their units right away either. I need to get this bloody business set up quickly too. Oh, I'm so happy they're taking this attack.
The cycle is done.
Did I mess that up? Hold on. I think I was supposed to switch those blockers. I think I could have left my, or I could have left my Avaros and Ice Archer alive if I'd spent an elixir of iron. So maybe I think that was a mistake. I think I just threw away a unit there by accident. Draw 2 is still pretty good. That just runs into a Nasus or a Zolani though. Our open attack isn't all that convincing though. Do I need the card draw? I'd like to find a Harsh Winds for next turn.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
I could just activate Terror. Get in with this guy because he has quick attack. The fact that these guys are all out of range of Hate Spike is nice as well.
Unbroken iron.
Excuse me? What is that?
No dessert, no.
That's a pretty cool card. It does put itself in range of Elixir of or Brittle Steel if we need to, but I'm not feeling good about our chances here. If they open attack, we were forced to start with a Bloody Business. And if they have another Malediction,
What is darkness to the unseen?
man, I am like stunned at how cool their deck worked today. They just everything lined up so well for their deck over us. If they have any other unit, all our units are going to be below, or 2 more units, I guess. So I could just go Assessor here and hope to find more spells and or Icefield Archers.
Line up.
Oh yeah, we only have 1 draw from that. Oopsies, I totally forgot, of course. Wow, okay. Cool game. Opponent got us. Very cool. I hadn't seen that deck either. There are still so many cool brews like that floating around. I love that. That was the best Nasus deck I'd seen in a while. think this is a matchup where I really need to get Ashe leveled early on. I'm just gonna pass. I don't think I need to do anything here. This is what I mean. It just sometimes it's so slow out of the gate. I don't know.
Fighting food and cooking evil. Switch those.
Not even taking an attack until potentially turn 5 here. Maybe not even then. If they develop a Morgana. Have a hate spike for our other unit. I don't think I'm supposed to save Snowdog there. Really? We only have like one strike spell on our deck, so that's a little annoying. Like if that's Morgana next turn, she'll become 5 HP, so our Glory Seeker would still at least be able to try to go after Morgana. Or we could just get Sorian on board. I think I'll start with Omen Hawk and Glory Seeker to try to go after Morgana if they develop her.
I need just a moment.
Pots a boiling.
Face me.
Man. They really did not want that guy to live.
No dessert, no.
I don't think I need to get this on one of these two at the moment. Although, Amulet... Amulet plus Glory Seeker actually could kill Mordekaiser. Ooh, that looks nice. If I go Glacial Sorion, we can keep up Elixir of Iron and play the Amulet. Or I could go here, and these two start to push a ton of damage. If they have Morgana right now, we can't unshackle the unit, but we'd be able to go after Morgana. And if this resolves, I can go after Thousand Claw Deathwinder with Glory Seeker and get this attack off. I'd like them to chump block here so they can't activate it with Mordekaiser next turn. Yeah, like this would be nice. Or a hate spike or something potentially. Just a vengeance. Okay. Well, now if we find our Ashe or LeBlanc soon, we can at least try to get through the removal. We have one unit that could kill a Mordekaiser. once we equip the amulet. Ooh, okay. Now we're talking. We can actually play Glacial Saurian and LeBlanc this turn. That's pretty big. That's annoying. I don't like that. We don't have another
I hate having to put my
subtype though. Just giving it Deathless. Well, they don't have an attack here. Next turn we can open attack and activate. I think I'm gonna give Fearsome to one of my Overwhelm units. Because the 5 health actually might be important if they have another Death's Grasp. Would they play 3 of those? Otherwise, the Overwhelm is still pushing the same amount of damage if they block with a 3-1 or an 0-1. So it only really makes a difference here for the 1 HP. So I might as well put it on LeBlanc. Because if they use a Vengeance on her, they're not killing our Overwhelm units. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take this block.
Are you certain?
Right? We're kind of low on HP, but
Wasted effort.
it pretty much levels our LeBlanc. And they can't really play anything else that they draw here to harm us when we're tapped out. And it activates our reputation for sure. Sure. That's a lot of draw though. That is a little scary. So I'm going to take my open attack here. Before they can develop a Mordekaiser or a Morgana. And then depending on what they do, we have our rally available.
Surprised to see me.
It's awfully low. If we had a second LeBlanc in hand.
The Black Robe.
We have double rally as well, so our opponent's in a lot of trouble because they have to kill both of our Overwhelm units and all the units we're going to summon. And we can keep up Elixir of Iron while still going double rally. Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Leave me no other choice. I shall show them what it is to fall.
Well, she's not our Overwhelm unit, so she's not actually the problem here for our opponent. I can just rally
A family of fools makes a circus.
and take our Overwhelm attack, and we're still presenting lethal until they respond, and then we just, like, bloody business their lifesteal unit, and we should win anyway. To plunder is to die?
Are you prepared?
Or to blunder. To blunder is to die would make much more sense.
Remember life well.
GG. That was another fun one. I think there could be some really cool Morgana brews somewhere as well. I think Mahira is a fascinating card to work with. I don't know if it's the best card. I'd love to. If there was like a Morgana Ionia brew,
Step closer.
I'd be curious. I still can't believe we haven't even ranked up yet. I feel like we're doing okay. Yeah, let's see here. I was looking at the leaderboard earlier. Right now, on the top leaderboard, there's like 4 of the top 9 players are Nora Nar, or Nora Elder Dragon Nar. Sorry, Nora Elder Dragon Nar. 1 Fizz-Yumi, Seraphine Morgana. Mordekaiser Morgana. Someone's playing a Garen Galio, Ionia, Noxus, Demacia, Elder Dragon deck with like Simon and Excisive Tactician. That's pretty cool. Oif. Okay. I actually don't know if I've really seen the Gnar version all that much. Turn 2 Snowdog, maybe? Not bad. I'm not going to develop this guy, obviously. The Frostbite is more valuable later on. And keeping up our spell mana really isn't that bad when we go into our turn 3 to play LeBlanc and Ashe on turn 4.
I seem to have misplaced my self.
Her portals could be a problem. My hope is we just push so much damage that they can't really
Then a hop,
deal with it too much. LeBlanc's kind of difficult for them to kill. I don't know if this is like a broad main drop the bomb version or not. I don't think the Gnar version usually runs that. Holy smokes. Well, I'm going to trade my Sky Splitter. Next turn, even the double Perilous Pastry wouldn't be able to kill either of our champions. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to take that trade. Let's see, Elder Dragon Nora usually runs Group Shot, Pytos, and Drop the Bomb. Okay.
Faster than my arrow.
And 2 Wallop. Really? Do they have another king in hand?
As the arrow flies.
Oh, okay. Now both of us are kind of out of gas. I wonder if I should use Bloody Business here to kill a Nora. I feel like it's a little unnecessary. I might just Brittle Steel. Yeah, if this is their whole turn, actually. I'm pretty happy to Brittle Steel here. Stop the portal is pretty important. When I know they can't do anything else this turn. Maybe that's not great, but at this point, since we're kind of low on action as well, I'm willing to take that gamble. Okay, well, now our open attack isn't all that exceptional. I think I'll start with Combat Cook.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up. You got caught.
And I can freeze 2 things here. Okay, can we level Ashe here? No, she'll be 1 short. Man, back before they nerfed our poor girl, right? I think I can let this guy live and kill him in a future turn. Instead, I'm just gonna use my freeze and attack for 3. Freeze here, Ashe will attack, freeze here.
A chill in the air.
And we will activate Bloody Business this turn, so I could use it this turn if we need to.
Swiftly now.
Ooh, I'm really happy to see them take that block.
Out of my way.
Okay, I was gonna say. Now, should I kill something here?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? What are they, I mean, I don't care about the damage. I don't think the healing is all that important. Like, they're not gonna be until they get the Elder Dragon trigger. Okay, well, if this is their whole turn, I will play the first Bloody Business. Because this is gonna heal them too now. I'm just gonna try to go for the kill. They attack with Nora, I'm gonna freeze her. So that our top deck is the arrow and they won't have many units. So next turn, we freeze these 3 units. They can't kill our Ashe in one action with Bodmane, so we'd at least get the attack trigger to freeze him as well. And so then when we open attack, after that, Ashe's effect would still be in action. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's anything we can do here that really scares us. Oh, that's really good too. Yeah, I'm going to develop into that. That's not... Oh, well, if I attack, how do they stop us? Is there any reason to give them an action? They'd have to stop 2 of our units. They'd have to stop both of these. I'd have an Elixir of Iron for a ping. I guess we just win if I open attack then. Worst comes to worst, I can just draw to follow up. I think this is lethal. I don't think there's any way they can stop us here. Never mind. That's a little worse for wear. It's only troublesome if they have like Elder Dragon next turn. I don't think he'd be cheap enough though. I think he's still 10 cost. And this is a draw 3. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Now our hand looks pretty good. They have a lot of work to do to get through our board. Okay. I'm gonna Bloody Business to stop them from healing anymore. I don't think Nora's a problem. This makes it so when we open attack, we can use a Flash Freeze on 1 unit. Ashe freezes another, they'll have 1 blocker. All of the impactful cards they have would be Wallop or Units. They don't get to play the heal card. Alright, GG. The deck feels good when it works. That was nice. I just feel like at the moment, I'm having trouble winning games with this deck when we don't hit the nasty curve. But that game was pretty good. Are you guys gonna watch Worlds? I almost never actually watch competitive Legends of Runeterra. As much as I love playing in tournaments and stuff, I actually don't really like watch the actual tournaments too much. Like I'll usually turn it on like the second screen sometimes, but I don't necessarily closely watch it. Like it's more like background audio. I usually watch more like the content creators' normal videos, like Trickster Sorry, Majin Bay, guys like that, but I don't actually watch the competitive games too much. Nice little curve here. And into LeBlanc as well on turn 3. I'm definitely going to develop here. They could have like they could have a Petrislate Broadwing. Or Phantom Butler. Okay, I'll take this attack. I think the value of getting our next units early on, like if we have an Ashe coming soon, getting the extra stats is worth it. Because the Fearsome Blocker, we don't really have too many units we want to block with that anyways, like our LeBlanc's not going to want to block. Look at this!
Another guest. Wonderful. Allow me.
It would have been unfortunate if they had a single combat there. Okay.
My move.
If they, yeah, I was gonna say, like, if they chump up here, they're still taking a ton of damage. At least in these Demacia matches, when board presence is so important, we don't have many units, but we should have enough pump spells to keep these units alive. And the fact that this is still 3 HP is actually really nice. We can start with a Brittle Steel. Oh, that is a cool card I've not seen in these decks. Tough looks kind of nice. I mean, he'd become a 5 health unit. Anyways, with Fishwhack, so I think that's fine. Overwhelm's nice. Like if we have to eventually re-equip this to our LeBlanc or something. I'll start here because I don't want them to be able to single combat LeBlanc if I block with LeBlanc and force me to use another spell. Okay. That's actually kind of tricky. I think I'm gonna do this. This is the only unit of significance that this is gonna kill anymore.
There's no escape.
Rather than a Sky Splitter, which is much more important for fighting in combat. Our open attack's really good here too. We're pushing 15 damage on the open. Okay. Worst comes to worst, this Gwen becomes a 6/6, or yeah, as a 6 health with tough. We can still kill her, but she probably has Deathless. This is fantastic for us. If they waste their whole turn 6 here just trying to kill our units, and they killed their spell tough scout unit for their champions.
I am everyone.
All right. Give me some Trifarian Assessors or some rallies. And now Bloody Business pretty much kills anything they play.
Fighting food and cooking evil. Switch those.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Come and get it.
That doesn't actually do anything.
Full of pain.
Oh, it gives them an extra attack, that's right. But I'm killing them anyways, so.
Oh, too much salt.
Alright, I think this is another win.
No dessert, no.
Surprised to see me.
GG. Alright, let's see if we can finish off with one more win.
Inevitable.
Fitz is playing Caitlyn Timo up to rank 58. And Scion Riven, rank 11. It's pretty cool. FOMO. Okay, baby. Snowdog, Omenhawk. Into like a turn 4 Ashe with all their pump spells available. I love this guy so much. The next unit we draw is going to be stacked. Heck yeah, dude. Soul Harvest that.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
This is nice for protecting against the Death's Grasp. I think that's probably what they were debating. Ooh. LeBlanc plus Icefield Archer actually looks kind of nice here. But we potentially run into an Ashe or a Morgana. I think that's fine.
Places to go, people to be.
If they don't specifically have Morgana. I mean, even if they do, we still have a good attack. They tap below Morgana. Maybe I'm just going to develop more.
Locked and ready.
Really make it hard on them to do much without taking a lot of damage.
My arrow won't miss.
Death's Grasp still could, we could still have that if they want to go here. I think they might go after Ashe. Okay. They didn't respond with a hate spike. That makes me think they don't have one at all. I think they totally would have gone for it if they had it. I don't appreciate this. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just play my 2 units here, and then open attack with Harsh Winds and Ashe levels. Right?
Winter take.
Death's Grasp actually gets our Ashe, so that's a little unfortunate. Am I presenting lethal if we open attack? 10, 17, 21? I think I can develop. If they have... Okay, I think this is fine. I think developing here is the right fun. There's nothing that I need to keep up more mana for. Like, it's not trying to bait them into passing an action or whatever. Ooh, that's good too. Okay, well...
Avarosa, guide me!
Avarosa. I love linguistics, and I think that is such a pretty name. I'm such a sucker for fantasy worlds and stories where the characters have cool names, the countries. I love Avarosa.
Smoke and mirrors.
What can they do here to scare us? But yeah, if they don't have any pump spells, I just don't think there's any way they get out of it, even if they have like a Death's Grasp. Well, good game. Let me check my stats real quick.
Will rise.
Freljord. I like that one too. Finally, towards the end, we got there. Maybe I was hitting a groove. Let's see. We got... can I tap into this real quick? Oops, wrong thing. What am I looking for? Here we go. That was overall very fun. I was struggling with Ashe LeBlanc last night when I was playing it, but here we just won 5 out of our last 6. And overall 62% win rate over 15 or over 16 games. That's pretty decent. Obviously we're not in the highest rank yet, but that was pretty good. We played a variety of decks. Overall pretty decent. I really struggled into some of the aggro decks last night, but today was pretty good. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, I think this deck's pretty viable at the moment. You have a decent chance into most mid-range decks and even some of the later game decks, I'd say. Much more than I felt in some of my other matches, but that felt pretty good. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what deck I'm going to play yet, so I'll have to do some research. Hope you guys have fun. I'll see you around.